Еще раз добрый день всем участникам. Я вижу, что большинство наших сегодняшних участников нашей конференции уже подключились. Мы начинаем нашу конференцию, которая посвящена роли муниципалитетов стран БРИКС в будущем цифровом развитии стран. Наша конференция будет проходить на английском языке. Те, кому понадобится перевод, будут этим переводом обеспечены. Сейчас я бы попросил Анжелику, чтобы она начала переводить то, что я сказал.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Good afternoon, everybody. We can start our conference as the majority of the participants have joined us. Today, we are going to discuss the role of the BRICS municipalities in development of digital technologies. And if you need any translation, then you will be provided with this translation today.
Меня зовут Михаил Свердлов. Я модератор сегодняшней конференции, которую проводят совместно Организационный комитет по подготовке и проведению Международного муниципального форума стран БРИКС, и соорганизатором у нас выступает Экспертный совет по подготовке и обеспечению председательства Российской Федерации в объединении БРИКС.
My name is Mikhail Sverdov, and I'm going to moderate this conference. This conference was organized by the Organizational Committee for Preparation and the International Municipal Forum for BRICS countries, and also it was co-organized by the Expert Council for the Preparation and Securing the Presidency of the Russian Federation in the BRICS.
Мы приветствуем сегодня участников из всех стран БРИКС, всех 5 стран, которые входят в объединение БРИКС, и огромное количество гостей из регионов Российской Федерации, которые к нам сегодня присоединились.
Today we welcome participants from all the 5 BRICS countries, as well as we are happy to welcome guests from different regions of the Russian Federation, those who joined us today.
Сегодня на нашей конференции присутствуют представители Федерального агентства Россотрудничества, представители экспертного центра БРИКС.
Today we have here our guests, which include the representatives of Россотрудничество Federal Agency, as well as the representatives of BRICS Expert Center.
Организационный комитет по подготовке Международного муниципального форума стран БРИКС.
We also have here today the Organizational Committee for Preparing the International Municipal Forum of BRICS countries.
Представители муниципальных образований субъектов Российской Федерации.
Also representatives of municipalities of the Russian Federation constituencies.
И также представители муниципалитетов и организаций стран БРИКС.
And also representatives of municipalities and organizations for BRICS countries.
В начале приветственное слово я бы хотел предоставить Михаилу Брюханову, заместителю главы Федерального агентства Россотрудничества.
And first of all, I would like to give the floor to Mr. Mikhail Brukhanov, the representative of Россотрудничество Federal Agency. He is going to make some welcoming words.
Для того, чтобы выйти на трибуну, нужно принять приглашение, которое я вам отправил.
Вот я уже принял.
Отлично.
Очень рад.
Здравствуйте.
Очень рад. Благодарю вас за предоставленную возможность на такой высокой трибуне поприветствовать всех участников этой онлайн-конференции.
I would like to thank you for the opportunity given to me to welcome all the participants of this online conference.
Федеральное агентство, которое мне сегодня поручено представлять на этой конференции, является уникальной структурой, представительства которой расположены в 80 странах мира.
The federal agency, which I am representing today, is a unique structure, unique organization, which offices are located and based in 80 countries throughout the world.
В 73 странах у нас полноценные российские центры науки и культуры, в 24 представителя агентства работают еще в составе посольств.
73 countries have a full-fledged Russian cultural and scientific centers, and 24 are based in embassies.
Наша работа строится на принципах народной дипломатии, разветвленной сети общественных коммуникаций и носит, я не побоюсь этого слова, стратегический характер.
Our work is based on the people democracy and diplomacy, rather. It is based on communications, and it also bears the high significance and relevance.
Наше федеральное агентство работает в структуре Министерства иностранных дел и наделено полномочиями в сфере координации и развития внешнеполитических контактов породненных городов, а также оказания содействия субъектам Российской Федерации по развитию их международных связей.
And our federal agency is based within the Ministry of the Foreign Affairs, and we coordinate and develop the ties between the city, as well as we develop the international relations of our Russian cities.
В структуре агентства сформировано отдельное подразделение, которое осуществляет взаимодействие с регионами, городами, муниципальными образованиями нашей страны в рамках координации международного муниципального сотрудничества.
Within the framework of the international municipality cooperation, our agency has some certain department that deals with and interacts with Russian regions, cities, and municipalities with this respect.
С полной уверенностью могу сказать, что эффективность международного муниципального сотрудничества напрямую зависит от координации действий всех его участников.
I must say, and I'm quite sure about this, that the efficiency of municipal cooperation on the international level depends on the activity of all the participants of such cooperation.
Мы надеемся, что такой механизм координации, действенный механизм координации будет выстроен, и тот объем, массив данных, который появляется в ходе международного сотрудничества, будет обрабатываться в дальнейшем автоматически средствами различных современных платформ.
We hope that we will build up this coordination mechanism, and that amount of data which appear during our international cooperation will be processed automatically.
На самом деле муниципалитеты – это именно тот уровень, где рождается, появляется практически спрос, формируется у граждан запрос на цифровую услугу.
Municipalities are that very level and form that very level which generates the very demand from citizens to some electronic services.
Также это именно тот уровень, на котором цифровая услуга в конечном счете и превращается в практические дела.
It is also that very level where digital services turn into practical deeds and things.
Осуществляются сделки по купле-продаже, переходу прав собственности, планирование оказания медицинских и образовательных услуг.
That's the level where there are deals for purchasing, purchase deals, property rights transfer deals are done, medical services and educational services are rendered.
Российская Федерация и ее муниципалитеты к настоящему времени накопили, не постесняюсь сказать, огромный опыт, которым с гордостью мы можем поделиться с другими муниципалитетами в любой точке мира. Практический опыт оказания услуг в цифровой среде.
And the Russian Federation and its municipalities have accumulated significant experience, and we can share our experience in rendering digital services. We can share it with other municipalities all throughout the world.
Как раз в этой сфере и может сказать свое веское слово международное муниципальное сотрудничество. Здесь можно выстроить коммуникации для создания благоприятных условий развития наших городов, стран, создания комфортной среды для жителей наших государств.
And this is that very sphere where international cooperation between municipalities is of paramount importance, and it can generate some favorable environment for cooperation of our municipalities, of our countries, and for cooperation of our cities and towns.
Во всей этой работе вы можете рассчитывать на нашу поддержку. Благодаря широкой сети наших центров мы можем оказать содействие установлению контактов в любой практически точке мира. Желаю успеха в работе участникам конференции и уверен, что это не первый и не последний весомый шаг в развитии наших отношений. Спасибо.
And you can always rely on our support in this respect, because we operate through our centers, which are available in all parts of the globe. And I wish you good luck, I wish you successful work, and I believe that it's not our first step in building up our cooperation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Спасибо большое, Михаил Дмитриевич, за ваше интересное приветственное слово, за ваши пожелания к нашей конференции. Постараемся им соответствовать. А дальше мне бы хотелось предоставить слово Пановой Виктории Владимировне, научному руководителю экспертного центра БРИКС РАНХИКС.
Now I would like to thank Mr. Brikhanov for his welcoming words and for his wishes. And now I would like to give the floor to Ms. Victoria Panova, the scientific supervisor of the Expert Center of BRICS.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you see me? Yes. Everyone, dear participants, dear organizers of the municipal forum, International Municipal Forum for BRICS countries, we're extremely happy to act as co-organizers for this very important event today. Let me say a few words. First of all, I'm not just heading their expert council for BRICS of their RANIPA. We are also have been working as a national committee for BRICS research since the inception of this very grouping in order to provide for proper and comprehensive in-depth analysis, not just to officials of our countries, but to the whole community of BRICSologists, of those interested in the work of all the 5 countries, and provide for more information, for more communication between each respective country, not just on the level of official interaction, but mainly people-to-people contacts. And I'm hoping that this work is being done with, at least with enthusiasm and much love towards our friends and partners in those 4 countries. This particular roundtable on the role of municipalities in their future of their digital development of BRICS countries is getting especially important ground also because of pandemics of COVID-19 that we've seen. And on the one hand, it gave us more problems, more challenges to overcome. But on the other hand, we had an opportunity with the ongoing 4th industrial revolution, with the digitalization of all areas of our lives, to finally put into practice a lot of those new technologies, a lot of those digital tools that are necessary for further breakthrough and for further well-being of all of the 5 countries. As you know, starting from January 1st of this year, Russia has been undertaking the chairmanship in the BRICS. And even though we had very specific conditions with this pandemics, we managed to not stop all the interactions and all the activities. And we are having ever more intense discussion and dialogue with all the partners in BRICS and beyond, because there are quite a lot of countries and citizens that are very much interested in our own experience, BRICS experience, in our achievements, and they're ready to look at us, at our leadership, and to take as much as possible for their own development. When we talk about BRICS, it is important to understand that it encompasses all areas of our lives. And it is vital to see all the participants, all their peoples of BRICS coming together and working together for the better future. And municipalities and their cooperation and their contribution to their development, to smart cities development, to safety of their citizens, to development of the whole country is of vital importance. And that is why when we are looking at this particular roundtable, we're very much hoping not only to listen to very smart and intelligent people that are specialists in their proper areas, but we are also hoping that this roundtable would contribute significantly to their civil BRICS process. And as you know, civil BRICS process has been launched in 2015 by Russian Federation and was supported by all the BRICS countries and mainly by the civil society organizations of all the BRICS countries. And the outcome of the civil BRICS forum will be exactly the recommendations to the leaders. And this part is very important because even if we don't have some positions in the official documents today, we are sure as a civil society, as a community, as citizens of BRICS, to introduce new ideas, new endeavors, and new initiatives into their official BRICS process, and thus launch this extremely important development mechanism that we are needing, all of us now. And that is why I very much hope that as a result of this roundtable, we will have those necessary initiatives. And we also hope that all the participants would be ready and interested in joining us in other events till the end of Russia's chairmanship year, but also beyond as well, because we're here to stay and we're here to be together. Thank you so much.
Огромное спасибо Виктории Владимировне за столь интересный доклад. Это не просто было приветствие, это были и очень важные пожелания, очень важная информация, которую до нас донесли. Спасибо вам большое.
I would like to thank Ms. Victoria Panova for her very interesting report. These were not just simple welcoming words, these were also important wishes from us, and you have managed to deliver this message to us. Thank you very much.
Теперь мне хотелось бы предоставить слово председателю Организационного комитета по подготовке и проведению Международного муниципального форума стран БРИКС Михаилу Черепанову.
Now I would like to give the floor to Mikhail Cherepanov, who is chairing the Expert Council for the preparation and securing the presidency of the Russian Federation in BRICS.
Меня видно?
Да.
Добрый день, коллеги. Я рад приветствовать всех на сегодняшней онлайн-конференции.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. I am pleased to welcome everybody within today's online conference.
Рад, что сегодня столько собралось людей на это мероприятие.
I'm happy that there are lots of participants in this event today.
У нас сегодня действительно интересные вопросы, связанные с цифровизацией и будущим развитием этого направления в рамках стран БРИКС.
Today we are going to discuss really interesting issues which are developed and which are related rather to digitalization and development of this field within the BRICS countries.
Я благодарен, что Михаил Дмитриевич Брюханов принял участие в нашем мероприятии.
I am grateful to Mr. Brukhanov who decided to participate in this event.
Считаю, что данная онлайн-конференция, которую мы сегодня проводим, станет таким мероприятием, которое будет показывать актуальность вопросов, которые мы поднимем на форуме, который пройдет 5-6 ноября в этом году в Санкт-Петербурге.
And I believe that this online conference will become the starting point for discussing and finding all those relevant issues which we are going to discuss in the real forum, which is going to take place on the 5th and 6th of November this year in St. Petersburg.
Хотел бы еще раз пожелать всем успехов в обсуждении этих вопросов. Спасибо за внимание.
And I would like to wish success to everybody in discussing these issues, and thank you for your attention.
Спасибо большое, Михаил Сергеевич, за ваши пожелания. Еще раз постараемся соответствовать, и очень рады были слышать от вас теплые приветственные слова в адрес всех участников.
Thank you very much for your wishes. We would like to comply with them, and we're very happy to listen to your welcoming words to all the participants.
А теперь мы переходим к нашей основной части нашей конференции, которая будет состоять из 2 частей. И первая часть называется «Цифровизация в управлении. Практика применения цифровых технологий в городском хозяйстве».
And now we are moving to the main part of our conference. It is going to be comprised of 2 parts, and the first one is called Digitalization in Administration, the practice of applying digital technologies for a city, household, and economy.
И первый докладчик, первый спикер в этой части – это Эльмира Хаймурзина, глава городского округа Красногорск Московской области.
And the first speaker in this part is Ms. Elmira Haimurzina, who is heading the city district Krasnogorsk of the Moscow region.
Ее доклад будет посвящен следующей теме. О Центре управления регионом. Эффективная практика муниципального управления городского округа Красногорск Московской области.
And her report will be devoted to the following thing. The topic is the Center of Region Administration, the efficient practice of municipal administration of Krasnogorsk district of Moscow region.
Прошу вас, Эльмира.
Please,
Добрый день, коллеги. Добрый день, коллеги. Я надеюсь, что меня слышно, видно. Приветствую вас из Московской области, из столицы Подмосковья, городского округа Красногорск.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. I hope that you can see me. I hope that you can hear me. And I would like to welcome you from the capital of the Moscow region, from Krasnogorsk district.
Весь мир перешел в цифровые технологии, переходит. Даже наша сегодняшняя конференция, раньше бы мы, конечно, наверное, встретились в каком-то месте, общались бы в офлайне, но теперь жизнь такова, что мы все чаще и чаще в своей повседневной работе используем цифровые технологии.
Our globe is moving to digital technologies, and even our today's conference complies with this statement, because previously we would have met somewhere offline and had some offline discussion, but now we have to use digital technologies to discuss our topics online.
Московская область является одним из лидеров в Российской Федерации по внедрению цифровых технологий, и даже Государственный совет под руководством президента Российской Федерации в январе месяце проходил у нас в Подмосковье, в Красногорске.
Moscow region is the leader in integrating digital technologies, and even the state council that was chaired by the president took place in Krasnogorsk, in Moscow region.
Предыдущие коллеги говорили, что цифровизация входит в нашу жизнь очень плотно, и если говорить об услугах муниципальных и государственных, то на сегодняшний день в Подмосковье и в Красногорске их оказывается порядка 318 услуг в Красногорске оказывается многофункциональными центрами МФЦ, и все 318 услуг доступны в электронном виде для людей, для населения.
And our previous colleagues spoke a lot about digitalization and its integration in our life. And even when we are talking about state services, we render 318 services through our multifunctional service rendering centers. And all of these services are available online in electronic way.
Но по инициативе губернатора Подмосковье пошло еще дальше, и в прошлом году в Московской области был создан Центр управления регионом, электронная платформа для того, чтобы настроить такой инструмент оперативного управления всеми отраслями жизнедеятельности региона и муниципалитетов.
But our region decided to move forward, and our governor initiated the following thing. The Regional Administration Center was established. It became the so-called tool of managing all the spheres of the regional activity and life.
Можно поставить следующий слайд, пожалуйста. И, собственно, первым посылом при создании платформы Центра управления регионом муниципальным у нас в Красногорске был очень простой посыл, что население должно стать участником процесса принятия решений, особенно активные жители, инициативные, решительные, у которых есть что сказать и предложить органам власти на местах.
And the main message that was used and applied when we established this Regional Administration Management Center was the following. The message was that the population should also participate in decision-making, especially that population that is active and that has something to say.
Следующий слайд, пожалуйста, поставьте. Округ у нас очень компактный, но, тем не менее, плотно населенный. У нас 37 населенных пунктов. Мы близко очень находимся к Москве. Население наше на сегодняшний день составляет порядка 350 тысяч человек, а фактически проживает почти 500 000 жителей.
And our district is small, but the population is very dense. Today we have about 37 cities and towns and other areas, residential areas. And our population accounts officially to 350,000 people, but actually we have over 500,000 residents.
И внизу диаграмма вы видите, что у нас очень динамично растущий городской округ, и население его очень быстро растет.
And the chart here below in the slide shows that our district faces the rapid increase in the population, and it is also dynamically developing its urban environment.
И запросы у населения, конечно, очень разные, и есть проблемы, которые население ставит, и мы вынуждены были все вместе вырабатывать инструмент очень быстрой коммуникации.
And of course, such population has various needs, and also there are various problems. And thus we had to develop the quick communication tool for us.
Следующий можно поставить слайд. И, собственно, вслед за созданием региональным подмосковного центра управления регионом в Красногорске был создан муниципальный центр управления.
And as soon as the regional administration management center for the region was developed, the municipal administration center was developed in Красногорск.
Что такое центр управления, муниципальный центр управления? Это по факту большая коммуникативная платформа, которая, это вообще новая управленческая модель, это центр, в котором в том числе скапливаются все обращения жителей по всем вопросам жизнедеятельности городского округа.
And what is a municipal administration and management center? It is actually the so-called communication platform which accumulates and manages all the requests which come from people.
Идеология создания была очень простая, что мы должны все знать, и мы знаем все, что у нас происходит. Мы должны быстро реагировать на проблемы и быстро их решать. И анализировать то, что происходит, не допускать появления каких-то новых острых проблем, стараясь их упредить и сработать на опережение.
The ideology was the following. The idea was that we should know everything, that we should be capable of quickly responding various problems, that we should analyze them and prevent them, as well as to avoid any acute problems to appear.
Следующий слайд можно поставить и посмотреть, вот, пожалуйста, у нас на самом деле от 100 до 250 обращений поступает в наш центр управления ежедневно. И, в общем, по итогам года, вот есть там цифры на слайде, 2019 год, больше 24 тысяч обращений от жителей мы получили.
And as you may see, we get from 100 to 250 applications and requests every day. And you may see the figures here for 2019. During 2019, we got about 24,000 requests and applications from our residents.
И как глава округа я хочу сказать, что каждая наша неделя рабочая, каждое наше совещание начинается с детального разбора обращений, которые поступили в наш центр управления.
And as the head of the district, I may say that each week starts with a meeting where we discuss the requests and applications that we got to our management and administration center.
После того, как все саккумулировано, дальше центр работает как логистический центр, распределяя все обращения между отраслями. Дорожникам дорожные проблемы, в управление благоустройства и жилищно-коммунального хозяйства их проблемы, в медицину их проблемы. То есть как логистический центр распределяет все обращения и все пожелания от наших жителей.
And as soon as the center has accumulated everything, all the information, it works as a logistics center. It means that it distributes all the requests and sends them, transfers them to the real spheres where they should go, meaning that all requests which are related to roads go to the road sphere, then those which are related to medicine and healthcare go there, and so on.
Если раньше в такой традиционной бюрократической модели работа была построена, чтобы ответить гражданину, то сейчас у нас идеология поменялась, и мы должны решать проблему очень быстро, потому что есть регламентный срок, установленный стандартом 8 рабочих дней.
Previously, when we had the bureaucratic system, we needed to respond as citizens, and today we have to resolve all such issues very quick because we have the set period of time within which the problem should be resolved. This is 8 business days.
Следующий слайд можно поставить. Мы обращаемся к ЦУРу и к системам голосования, в том числе, когда принимаем решения по тем или иным вопросам. Вот я приведу вам пример на картинках, здесь есть на фотографиях, на месте бывшего пустыря между жилыми домами по инициативе жителей, когда они голосованием своим подтвердили свое намерение, мы предложили создать сквер, а жители предлагали концепцию его наполнения. В общем, родилась такая идея, и мы за очень короткий промежуток разбили, сделали публичное общественное открытое пространство, которое сейчас пользуется популярностью у местных жителей, сквер Красного Мишки.
And we also use the public voting systems to take various decisions. And here you may see one of the examples of such voting. Previously, that was the empty space, and we decided to make some small park there. And we asked the residents the way we can fill it in. And they gave their proposals, their advices, and thus you may see that now it is the open space. It is quite popular among the local residents, and this is the Red Bear Park.
Можно следующий слайд поставить, и даже следующий можно поставить. Вообще я хочу сказать, что мы очень часто голосуем по тем или иным вопросам. Это публичное голосование, которое проходит либо на сайте администрации, либо на сайте ЦУРа, Добродел, когда мы формируем адресные перечни для того, чтобы сформировать муниципальные программы и бюджет спланировать. Мы спрашиваем у жителей, какие территории в первую очередь, какие объекты в первую очередь надо отремонтировать, какие территории надо в первую очередь благоустроить в том числе. Конечно, мы имеем большой перечень рабочий, но для того, чтобы расставить приоритеты, мы обращаемся к нашим жителям, и они голосуют по тем или иным вопросам актуальной повестки.
And generally speaking, regarding the voting system, we have and use it quite frequently. This is the public voting system, and this public voting can be done whether on the administration website or on the Center of Administration Management of the region. And we use such voting to form the list and to prioritize various activities that we need to carry out. It is needed for us to plan the budget, and to know the priorities, meaning what we need to repair, what we need to landscape, and so on and so forth. Of course, we have a lot of things to do, but we need to form and understand the priorities for us.
Еще один пример приведу. У нас очень урбанизированный город с очень большим трафиком автомобильного движения. И, конечно, есть проблемы, иногда случаются трагедии, и в том числе с участием детей.
And I would like to make one more example. We have a highly urbanized town, and we have a lot of traffic. That is why sometimes tragedies, even involving children, might happen.
И у нас есть детский городской парк, в котором было пространство, которое мы хотели благоустроить.
And we also have the city park for children. There was the city space which we wanted to landscape.
И когда мы обсуждали это с жителями, жители предложили сделать не просто игровую зону для детей, но сделать автогородок с имитированием реальной дорожной разметки, реальных дорожных знаков, для того, чтобы маленькие дети могли там практические занятия для них проводиться. И в этом году мы обязательно этот проект реализуем. Мы сейчас приступили к его реализации.
And when we were just discussing this project, we offered to make the playground and play area for children there. But our residents offered to make also the so-called motor vehicle city there, or town, where would be the real lines, traffic lines and traffic signs, and they would imitate the real conditions, real traffic conditions, and that would be the good space for children to have their practical classes there. And currently we are implementing this project.
Поэтому сегодня наш центр управления – такая платформа, которая позволяет нам, во-первых, собирать все обращения по проблемам, собирать все пожелания, проводить голосование, то есть позволяет напрямую коммуницировать с нашими жителями.
And today, this center makes a platform which helps us to accumulate all the applications and requests, all the wishes, and also it helps us to vote. And that is why we have the direct communication to our residents.
Следующий слайд, пожалуйста, поставьте. В принципе, это наша структура в администрации, в ней работает 16 сотрудников, но все отраслевые ведомства так или иначе имеют здесь свой раздел, и когда у нас сортируются все обращения, все заявления, все жалобы по каким-то проблемам, как я уже сказала, центр работает как логистический центр и распределяет по основным направлениям, таким как социальная сфера, транспорт, дороги, жилищно-коммунальное хозяйство, экология, строительство, безопасность и так далее, и так далее.
And generally, this is our own structure. This center is our own organization. It has 16 employees, but still all the fields and all the spheres are present here. When we sort out all the applications, we transfer them or direct them to the required fields, like social sphere, like environment, and so on and so forth.
И следующий слайд, пожалуйста. В завершение я могу сказать, что ЦУР для нас это очень гибкий инструмент, и мы сейчас на электронные карты нашего округа накладываем разные слои, в которых отражаются практически все сферы жизнедеятельности наших жителей. И государственные услуги, про которые говорили, и медицина, и образование, и транспорт, и безопасность. И этот инструмент постоянно совершенствуется.
And to conclude, I would like to say that our center is a very flexible tool, and now we are applying more and more fields of our life of our people to electronic maps. They also include some public services and household and other spheres, and we are improving our tool.
Следующий слайд. И если мы раньше, поставьте следующий слайд, пожалуйста, если мы раньше думали, что ЦУР это только такой инструмент для коммуникации с жителями, то теперь для нас наш ЦУР становится инструментом не только оперативного управления и взаимодействия с жителями, но и стратегического планирования, потому что все, что мы получаем, мы анализируем, формируем тепловую карту, на которой визуализируются и проблемы, и территории, где они локализованы. И на основании в том числе этих данных, этой аналитики, мы формируем муниципальные программы, планы свои рабочие и распределяем финансирование с учетом в том числе количества обращений и пожеланий наших жителей в разрезе всех наших территорий.
And previously we used to think that this center is just the tool for us to communicate to our residents, but now it has also become some strategic partner for us, some kind of the way of strategic planning, because we can analyze everything. We can make the map that shows all our problems, the areas where these problems have appeared, and based on this we can form our programs, our plans, and we can also distribute funds based on the amount and number of applications.
Поэтому очень живой инструмент получился, и мы постоянно с ним работаем и совершенствуем. А в завершение хочу сказать, что, конечно, прямая коммуникация с активными жителями, возможность общаться их, участие их в решении проблем повышают эффективность работы на территории, повышают и нашу производительность. Мы стараемся быть чуткими и внимательно реагировать на обращения наших жителей. А самым главным результатом нашей работы становятся позитивные качественные изменения, которые происходят с участием жителей и развитие наших территорий.
And also to conclude, I would like to say that it is a very vivid tool and we are constantly improving it. And I would also like to mention that direct communication to our residents, to our active residents, improves our efficiency and efficiency of our work. And we can also quickly respond to all the applications, and the result of our work are positive changes that we see.
А цифровые технологии позволяют нам делать это быстро и эффективно.
And digital technologies help us to make it quick and efficiently.
Последний можно слайд поставить. Спасибо большое за внимание. Я надеюсь, что мы будем и дальше развивать этот инструмент и решать, и развивать наш городской округ.
Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope that we will continue developing this tool and our district.
Спасибо большое, Эльмира Абдулбариевна. Очень интересный мы услышали доклад по поводу цифровизации вашего прекрасного города. Очень интересно и, я думаю, познавательно для всех участников конференции.
Спасибо.
Thank you very much, Ms. Elmira Haymurzina. That was a very interesting report, and that was very interesting to listen about digitalization of your town and your city. And I believe that it would be very interesting and useful for all the participants of the conference.
У меня большая просьба ко всем участникам конференции пытаться соответствовать регламенту в 5 минут, иначе нам не удастся услышать всех, кто сегодня хотел бы перед нами выступить. Спасибо.
And I would like to ask all the participants of our conference to meet our time frames, which are 5 minutes. Otherwise, we will be unable to listen to everybody today.
И следующий участник нашей конференции, которому я хотел бы предоставить слово, это Жоао Педро Мотта-Леаль, генеральный директор консорциума восточных городов Рио-де-Жанейро, Бразилия.
And the next speaker, whom I would like to give the floor, is João Pedro Monta-Leal, the general director of the consortium of eastern cities of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Тема его доклада – это Марика, газовая столица штата Рио-де-Жанейро.
The topic of his report is America, the gas capital of the Rio de Janeiro state.
И я также хотел бы пригласить Энрике Домингеса для того, чтобы осуществлять перевод с португальского на английский.
And I would also like to invite Enrique Dominguez, who is going to translate this from the Portugal to English.
Good afternoon, everybody. For me, it's a pleasure and an honor represent CONLEST in this forum, in this BRICS forum. First of all, I would like to congratulate Russia for the development of the first vaccine against the COVID, the Sputnik. So I will give you a brief overview of CONLEST, defining who we are and what we do. CONLEST is the Intermunicipal Development Consortium of Eastern Region of the state of Rio de Janeiro, encompasses 16 municipalities, with the common object to plan, adopt, and implement initiatives, programs, and projects designed to promote and accelerate the urban, economic, social, environment, and public managerial development with the territory of each member of the consortium. Includes 3 million residents, representing almost 20% of the total population of the state of Rio de Janeiro. So I'd like to show the gas circuit industrial zone. The gas circuit industrial zone is composed of the municipalities in Itaboraí and Maricá, which are connected by the Roof 3, a new 315 kilometers gas pipeline with a capacity up to 18 million meters cubic days of gas production belonging to the Santos bases in the pre-salt layer. The region is home to local assets such as UPGN, natural gas processing units, the America Airport, and the future Ponta Negra port terminal. This project objective is to generate social and economic development by implementing the new energy hub in the region. The UPGN that was built in the municipality of Itaboraí employs today 5,000 workers and will reach the peak of hire at the end of the second quarter of 2021 with 7,500 workers. It's the largest natural gas processing unit in Brazil with a processing capacity of 20,000 million meters cubic day, and it's scheduled to begin commercial operation in 2021. In industry, natural gas is used as fuel for heat supply, electricity generation, and driving power. And it is also used as a raw material in the chemical and petrochemical sectors, mainly for the methanol production and for fertilizers, for ammonia and urea productions. In this sense, the gas circuit presents privileged geoeconomic conditions, and it's located in Rio de Janeiro metropolitan region, with direct access to the Santos bases through the gas pipeline Roof 3 to Duque de Caxias chemical gas pole, and relatively close to the cities under the influence of the campus bases. And integrate development access with natural gas as the main input in a new industrialization process in the state of Rio de Janeiro region that has areas available for natural and international investments. And we are working to generate great security and predictability for the investors. The main investment opportunity for a new reality of the natural gas circuits such as pipelines, thermoelectric power plant, petrochemical industry, fertilizer industry, paper and cellulose, mining, glass, and vehicle natural gas. Finally, I just want to know that Russia is the largest fertilizer export to Brazil. So from 2021, we will have a huge opportunity for this kind of companies. Credibility and transparent, it's our values. And in Brazil, there are sensible strengths. thank you very much, and I'm open for any questions. Good afternoon.
Огромное спасибо за интересный доклад. Мы также вас благодарим и желаем вам всего самого лучшего на пути осуществления своих планов, которых, мы уверены, вы реализуете.
Thank you very much for your very interesting report, and we wish you all the best in reaching all your plans, which we believe you will be able to implement.
А сейчас,
Thank you very much.
Спасибо. А сейчас я бы хотел предоставить слово Алексею Голубеву, главе администрации города Саров Нижегородской области.
And now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Alexey Golubev, the head of Sarov administration, Nizhny Novgorod region.
Он расскажет нам о проекте «Цифровой город. Умный Саров».
He will tell us about the digital town project, Smart Sarov.
Dear Mr. Chairman, dear colleagues, thank you very much for giving me the floor. And I would like to share you in 5 minutes with our experience of design and development of smart city platform for cooperation of citizens, for governance and business. Just please, okay, next slide, please. So you can see this design of this platform, and you can see the brief description of what it can provide to us. Actually provide the capabilities to control, manage, and governance the city, and cooperate for citizens to inform about any issues, problems to the city control center. And also this center is available for the citizens for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Please, next slide. We have publicly available features where people can get information, can inform us about the problems, can pay for the municipal services, can book and order swimming pools, gyms, to pay for the meals in schools, etc. And we have also quite extensive numbers of features for the municipal authorities and municipal officers, where we can just manage our infrastructure, can just get orders, can inform about our citizens about the implementation of their tasks. Next slide, please. Also, we provide our citizens and members of municipal council with communication tools, and you can see the general municipal districts for our municipal members of municipal councils. And if our citizen just getting access to the platform, you can just contact directly the member of municipal council, and they can inform him about any particular request he has. Next slide, please. Also, we provide to our citizens information about the public routes, transportation, schedule, etc. And also we can provide services for us just to monitor and control public transportation services, any problems with scheduler, any accidents, incidents. So it help us just to get any information about implementation of municipal contracts for the public transportation. Next slide, please. This is information about exact location of fire hydrants, which is very good for the fire fighting teams. This provides not only the exact geolocation, but also dimension of this hoods, and the fighting teams have no any problems to access particular fire hydrants. Next slide. This is the exact location of geopositioning all fiber optics and copper cables network. This is very helpful for team who provide repair and maintenance of this network. Thank you. Next slide. We can actually monitor all power supply and failure in any particular building in our cities, in our houses and apartments. Next slide. We also provide tools for monitoring legal groundworks and illegal groundworks. Information about that available on the platform. And if you find any groundworks, you can check if this legal or illegal, and actually can do what you need to do. Next slide. This is emergency sirens. It's very important for any accident with chemistry, with natural disaster, and we can just manage to control these things from the platform. Next slide. This is our municipal video surveillance system, which provides us not only with video image, but also with face recognition and license plate recognition function. Next slide. Yes, this is my presentation at Barcelona Smart City Congress at the UN Habitat section with the mayors in the hall. Next slide. Again, this platform provides a very good opportunity for the people and governance and business to communicate and cooperate with each other to make our cities more comfortable, more good for living and for doing business. And it provides us 24 hours a day information about situation in the cities. Next slide. And thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, just feel free. Thank you.
Спасибо большое, Алексей Викторович. Прямо захотелось приехать в ваш прекрасный город, посетить его и на себе попробовать все эти новшества и красоту, которую вы описали. Спасибо большое.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alexey Golubev. And I even decided, and rather, I even got the desire to go to your town, to visit it, and to try all the novelties and all that beauty that you have described.
А сейчас мне хотелось бы предоставить слово нашей самой большой делегации, которая будет представлена не одним человеком, а целой группой лиц во главе с мистером Сунь Джидзе, директором отдела содействия инвестициям Янтайской экономической зоны, Китай.
And now I would like to give the floor not to one person, but to the whole delegation. There is a group of people who are headed by Mr. Sun Jin-ze, the director of the Investment Promotion Bureau.
Пожалуйста, вам слово.
Please, the floor is yours.
Небольшие проблемы у нас.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, good afternoon.
我是中国非常感谢组委会的邀请，让我们有机会结识世界各地的朋友。
Co-development area in short, yeah, Shannon from China. My name is President of the Investment. Please allow me to express my heartfelt thanks to the organizing committee for the invitation. It gives us the opportunity to meet friends from all over the world to jointly promote a city and to discuss urban digital construction development issues.
借此机会，我跟大家分享一下去做的。
Share with you, and I also want to invite all of you come together in the near future.
中国在世界的东方，烟台在中国的东方。烟台开发区是1984年首次获批的14个国家级开发区之一。中国山东自由贸易试验区烟台片区的承载地，管辖面积360平方公里，人口50万，先后荣获联合国绿色工业园区、世界银行投资环境金牌城市、联合国人居奖、ISO 14000国家市。
К сожалению, у нас какие-то серьезные проблемы технические с нашими китайскими коллегами. Мы сейчас попробуем с ними связаться, чтобы, если они их решат, то, возможно, мы попозже сможем услышать их доклад.
Unfortunately, we have some major technical issues to our Chinese colleagues. We will try to communicate to them, and if they resolve their issues, probably we would be able to listen to their report a bit later.
А пока, тогда мы сейчас, пока будем налаживать связь, хочется предоставить слово следующему нашему докладчику, Тимуру Черкасову, основателю урбан-техкомпании «Афину», эксперту Общероссийской организации «Городские реновации».
Then now, while we are dealing with the connection and with technical issues, I would like to give the floor to our next speaker. It is Mr. Timur Cherkasov, the founder of the urban technical company Afinu, as well as the expert for the all-Russian organization called City Renovations.
Так, Тимур Игоревич. Что-то у нас с камерой.
Hello, dear colleagues. I'd like to thank you for the invitation for this conference, and I have a brief report for you. It is about a smart city project created by the government of Russian Federation, and particularly one hackathon, online hackathon made by us and Rosatom governmental company. So briefly, the agenda is like this. So we'll go through the context of 2 years of development of the Smart City project by the Ministry of Construction. Then I will go through a small initiative in this Smart City project, and then we'll go to Smart City Rosatom initiative and particularly to the online hackathon. So the outcomes will go then. I'm representative of Affinum company. I'm co-founder and so this company is urban tech-driven design services for cities and developers, and views around state-of-the-art solutions to create a better urban planning, landscape design, and architectural decisions. And as we are integrators of digital solutions for the cities as well. The governmental project called Smart City, it was created by Ministry of Construction of Russian Federation in 2018, and it was started by the creating of the working group, by the roadmap, and the National Competence Center, and so on. So for now, there are many of municipalities involved in it. It is really broad, and companies like Rostec, Rosatom, and so on, the governmental companies, are really participants of this program, of this project. So for now, it is really big, and it is developing for 2 years for now. From this perspective, we have some potentials and barriers that are in this program. For example, we have really talented people in the universities, in small companies, startups, and in the big companies, and we have really powerful educational programs for civil servants and so on. So there is really huge resource, human resource to implement this project, but there is some barriers with investment, with the things that there is no smart city market, but it is developing. There is a case that was conducted in 2018 with the Center of Competences of the Ministry of Construction of Russia. With us, with our company, there were 15 pilot municipalities, the first stage of the Smart City project, and there was a youth agenda. So we made together many workshops to involve all the students, all the young specialists, and the citizen of small cities and the middle ones to this project called Smart City. So many people were participants, and for now we have 40 cases, and 5 projects were implemented, integrated to the existing and developing platforms made by Rosatom, Rostec, and so on. So it was like a bottom-up approach, like to take some ideas and people to infrastructure that was provided by government, by governmental companies, to meet all this together to start this huge project called Smart City. So this is an example. It's a workshop result. the model Tourist Roads. It's a web service to like investigate what is around the city, and it is based on really state-of-the-art algorithm and really a huge development made by students and young specialists and startups in the city of Innopolis. So this was really a successful case, one of 5 that I was seeing implementation of 5 projects here. Then there was a new initiative this year with Rosatom, and particularly digital platforms and solutions of the smart city GSC. It's like another company to Rosatom. And Rosatom has a digital platform called Smart Cities, thanks to Alexei Golubov's previous report. You know what it is about. So there is a really huge and powerful platform, and our company Afinum, in a partnership, made a huge meeting of developers to develop this platform further by online hackathon. So what it is about, this platform? Can you see my slides? Sorry, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my slides? Okay, you just can skip maybe 10 slides. Stop. Next one. Next. Next. Here. So we made a really huge online hackathon that was conducted in 4 days, and it was about to help nuclear cities. It's so-called centers of the nuclear industry, where key industries are located, to develop this platform called Smart City as well further. So we made really a huge stack of solutions. It's 33, and many of them will be implemented this year. And the huge thing about it that all the solutions were collected from the or answered on demands that citizens of these nuclear cities have. So it's really local small cities in Russia, around Russia, and all these cities are really different. So it was a really huge task to us to collect all the different demands and do it by participating of hundreds of people, of students, of citizens, of experts, and so on. And we've made 4 days hackathon to make 43 solutions. So for now, everything is going on, and it will be implemented, as I said. And my next slide. It's empty. Why? So I can say the main goal for us, it's digital development of local municipalities, and for now we see it is based on cooperation between citizens, students, young specialists, but not only government or big commercial companies. It's like all together. And as an outcome of this story is a mechanism that is together a bottom-up and top-down approach. The first step is companies, like huge companies, governmental companies, make a participatory framework like our in this hackathon, and the Smart City platform as well. These companies do this framework for governmental smart city project created by Ministry of Construction of Russian Federation. Then government and companies support the bottom-up initiatives, digital solutions by expertise, investment, and integration. And the second step, it's more bottom-up initiatives of young specialists and students meet common and unobvious demands of citizens. It's really important. Then city experts prove the solutions. Sorry. All this is second stage of development of smart city project curated by Ministry of Construction of Russia, and we have smart city project created by Rosatom in it. And by the way, we have developed the new mechanism to meet all the demands of the really local municipalities and people in them. For now, it is working, and I think our partnership means that this mechanism should work in the future, and the new strategy and concept of the Ministry of Construction, as I know, will include this mechanism to develop the project of the smart city. This is the case briefly about how this is developing in Russia for now. Thank you.
Спасибо большое, Тимур, за интересный доклад. Мы услышали про вашу фирму, про ваши инициативы. Очень все полезно и познавательно. Мне бы хотелось попробовать еще раз связаться с нашими китайскими коллегами. Говорят, что у них все наладилось. Поэтому давайте еще раз попробуем услышать мистера Суня Джидзе.
Thank you very much, Timur, for your interesting report, for your initiatives, for sharing with us your initiatives, and for telling us about your company. And now I would like to connect our Chinese colleagues once again. So I would like to give the floor to Mr. Sun Jizi once again. Please.
抱歉，刚才因为网络的问题呢，造成我们交流的一个暂停。下面继续我们的交流。
So we are sorry, ladies and gentlemen, because the network signal is not very good a moment ago. We now repair it, so we are very happy to begin to continue now.
刚才呢，我们简单交流了一下烟台和烟台开发区的一个基本情况。
So a moment ago, we just communicated about some brief introduction about the Yantai and Yantai economic and technological development area.
目前呢，我们已与俄罗斯、印度等在内的49个国家和地区呢，建立了深度的合作。全区现有的市场主体5万余家， 外资企业呢1800多家，世界500强的项目91个，形成了机械制造、电子信息2大千亿级的主导产业。
Since 1984, we have established in-depth cooperation with 49 countries and regions, including Russia and India. There are more than 40,000 companies in the region, more than 1,800 foreign invested companies, 89 Fortune 500 projects. Machinery, manufacturing, and electronic information are the two leading industries, with output surpassed 100 billion respectively.
2020年以来呢，我们坚持统筹做好疫情防控和经济社会发展。零确诊的病例，我们已经保持了200余天，区内所有的企业全部复工复产。
Since the beginning of 2020, we pay much attention to epidemic prevention and control and economic and social development. 0 confirmed cases for COVID-19 have been maintained for more than 200 days, and all companies in the region are now put into operation.
烟台开发区人才集中、科教发达，行政效率和投资环境全国也领先。依托碧海金沙、气候宜人的自然禀赋、3港1站、沿海开放的区位优势以及功能配套、公共设施的快速建设，烟台开发区智慧城市的建设也突飞猛进，成为全国首批数字化城市管理的试点区域。
So Yeda has a very good natural endowment. We have blue seas and a golden sandy beach and a pleasant climate. We also have international airport, harbor, and a high-speed railway station. Rely on the quick development of infrastructure and supporting facilities. The construction of smart cities in Yeda has made rapid progress, becoming the first batch of digital city management pilot areas in China.
打造智慧自贸区是我们的发展目标，建设城的数字化城市管理指挥中心高效运行，与多家知名的企业，我们也开展了智慧城市的合作，实现了信息技术与城市管理、精细规范与全面覆盖的有机结合，为城市居民带来了国际高品质、多层次、最安全、最便捷的城市生活。
Building a smart free trade zone is our development goal. We have completed the construction of the Digital City Management Command Center and developed smart city cooperation with many well-known companies. By using information technology in city management, we bring international, high-quality, multi-level, safest, and most convenient urban life to our residents.
在此呢，我们也诚挚地邀请世界各地的朋友关注烟台，选择烟台，来去分享数字化城市建设的经验，参与推进数字化城市建设。我们愿与您共享发展机遇，共创美好未来。
Sincerely, we want to invite our friends from all over the world to pay attention to Yantai, to invest in Yantai, to share experience and participate in the promotion of digital city construction. We are willing to share development opportunities with you and create a better future.
感谢诸位的倾听，最后祝此次大会取得圆满成功，谢谢大家。
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for your kind attention. Finally, I wish the meeting a complete success. Hope to meet you soon in Yantai. Thank you all.
Спасибо большое за столь интересную презентацию. Мы будем рады видеть вас на международном муниципальном форуме стран БРИКС, который пройдет 5-6 ноября в Санкт-Петербурге. Очень будем вас ждать для того, чтобы представить интересные проекты, которые есть у нас для Янтайской экономической зоны, а также, возможно, увидеть что-то интересное с вашей стороны. Спасибо большое за презентацию.
Thank you very much for your very interesting presentation, and we will be very happy to welcome you within the framework of our International Municipal Forum, which is going to take place on the 5th and the 6th of November in St. Petersburg. We believe that we will be able to present you our projects which can be suitable for you, and we hope to see any projects from your side that would also fit you and your entire economic and technological development area.
Еще раз спасибо большое, и мы переходим к следующему докладчику. Еще раз очень прошу всех соблюдать регламент, чтобы все успели выступить. Давайте не более 5 минут. Спасибо.
Thank you once again, and now we are going to move to the next speaker. And also, I would like to ask you once again to stick to time frames so that everybody had time for making their reports. Thank you.
Следующий спикер – это наш очень хороший друг из Индии Ришаб Сетхи, президент Индийского центра развития международных инициатив.
And the next speaker is our very good friend Rishab Shetty, who is the president of the Indian Center for Promotion of International Initiatives.
Сейчас мы предоставим ему слово.
Please, the floor is yours.
Hello, a warm welcome and good evening, Dobre din, to all the experts and speakers and all the participants. First of all, I would like to thank to the organizing committee of the IMBRICS for organizing this great conference and for inviting me to share my views on the topic of the importance of the digitalizations for the city management. As a digitalization and unfolding convergence of the real and the virtual world comes in many forms and pervades in our societies and economies. The attention to digitalization ranks high in national and international policy agendas these days. There are many ways to understand what digitalization is. A narrow one is to think about the development of digital technology and associated industries only: software development, telecommunications, computing equipment, and digital media. Yet that same digital technology increasingly enables each and every other industry and economic sector, driving innovation and changing production and business models. Example in the transportation, manufacturing, health, retail, energy, etc. Ultimately, digitalization can be seen as a broader and long-term societal transition, affecting the way we work, how we communicate with friends, move in cities, shop, listen to music, do our banking, etc. From this perspective, digitalization is a game changer with profound impacts in society in general and in city in particular. I would share an overview on how this major trend is unfolding and specifically how it affects the cities. The major starting points would be the digitalization is a strong force that happens everywhere in the urban society. It has both the positive and the negative effects. Digital technologies offer new tools and answer to address urban issues and the problems. Digital technologies and their adoption bring a lot of new and unpredictable challenges. Digital technologies raise several new ethical questions and dilemmas regarding privacy, safety, and security. First of all, let me share with you what is the digitalization. As according to a societal view, the integration of digital technologies into everyday life, digitalization also means the process of making digital everything that can be digitized and the process of converting information into digital format. According to a technical view, digitalization refers to the technology of digitalizing information. Digitalized information is usually made up of binary digits and can be processed by computers. The computers decodes the digits and generates the information that is human readable. In just a few decades, our societies have changed drastically due to the explosion of digital information. Today, it is almost unthinkable to navigate a city without a smartphone. Interactive maps have largely replaced paper. Bicycles, scooters, motorbikes, and public transits are now available on demand. And the businesses, services can be accessed on the go. In the fast developing urban areas around the world, digital technologies are also creating new growth opportunities that are leapfrogging traditional approaches and institutions. Many growing cities in Asia and in Africa now have banking without banks, transportations without transit, and housing without the property maps. All of these changes and more over the horizon are enabled by new ways to create share, and access information. Digitalization refers to making information accessible to both people and computing devices. As technology evolves, there is an emphasis on computation embedded in machines. Internet of Things, IoT, and cloud computing woven together in increasingly complex and distributed networks. The digitalizations of metropolitan spaces deals with the seamless integration of people, socioeconomic organizations, governments, and other urban stakeholders in complex networks across a shared territory, orchestrated by information and communication technologies. Let me share with you the example about the smart cities. These are the cities where everything is connected to each other, and this is highly dependent on technologies. Technological literacy is a key to turn a city into smart city, which is well connected, sustainable, and resilient, where information is not just available, but also findable. It is now a new thing that a smart city is all about providing smart services to its citizens, which can save their time and ease their lives. It is also connecting them to the governance, where they can give their feedback to the government as of how they want their city to be. And this aim cannot be turned into reality without technology. Using technology, the officials are able to gather city intelligence, and this intelligence, when integrated with the operations, make the cities smarter and safer. Now, I would like to share one of the main 6 technologies crucial for our smart cities. First is the information and communication technology. The creating a two-way communication channel is very important for a city to be a smart. And here comes the role of information and communication technology. The ICT builds a bridge between the citizens and the government, where the citizens can interact with the government, and in return, the government can build a city which the choice of its citizens. ICT also helps the government to analyze the demand pattern of the state and thus create a pool of resources to address the same online. The electronic medium of communication in a community helps in creating a collective intelligence which can be deployed for resource optimization with the help of analytics and deep learning. Second, Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is like the veins of the city spread all across and connecting each dot. Every device that is part of smart city needs to be connected to each other so they can talk amongst and can take decisions for themselves, which in return allows managing resources of a megacity populations. This is where the IoT comes in, providing the perfect template of a body and communicating devices that provides smart solutions to everyday problem. All smart solutions in a smart cities are based on Internet of Things, where they are connected and smart enough to decide their actions. Third is the sensors. Sensors are hidden but important components of the urban landscape. Sensors are crucial component for any intelligent control system. A process is improved based on its environment, and for a control system to be aware of its environment, it is typically fitted with an array of sensors from which it collects the required data. It then uses the appropriate variables to characterize its environment and adjust its operations accordingly. The availability of multitude of different sensors and continuously evolving technology enables applications that are unfeasible in the past due to the high cost and limited availability. Sensors are like the converters which convert the parameters of physical nature to an electronic signal, which can be interpreted by humans or can be fed into an automated system. Fourth is the geospatial technology. Whatever is built in a smart city has to be right, and so to build a right thing, a right plan is needed, which is sustainable, and this requires accurate, concise, and detailed data. And here comes the role of our geospatial technologies, which provides the underlying foundation and ultimately the fabric upon which solutions can be built. It provides location, which also allows pinpointing exactly on the need so that better solution can be applied to it. The technology provides a necessary framework for collecting data and transforming observation in these collections to facilitate software-based solutions. Fifth is the artificial intelligence. The smart city is a digital revolution generating a huge amount of data. Those data are of no use until and unless they are processed, which generates information in return. This massive amount of data generation brings the role of artificial intelligence that can make sense out of those data. Artificial intelligence allows machine-to-machine interaction by processing the data and making senses out of that. To understand the interesting aspect of artificial intelligence in the context of smart cities, let me take an example. In a system where energy spikes tend to happen, the artificial intelligence can learn where they usually occur and under which circumstances, and this information can be used for better management of the power grid. Likewise, artificial intelligence also plays a role in intelligent traffic management and the healthcare facilities of the society and the city. Sixth and the last is the blockchain. So blockchain application is a new to the smart city concept. Blockchain technology secures data flow. Its integration into smart cities could better connect all the city services while boosting security and transparency. In some of ways, blockchain is expected to influence cities through smart contracts, which help with billing, processing transaction, and handling facilities management. Smart contracts are self-executing contracts with the terms of agreement between the buyer and the seller directly written into the line of codes. Now, I would like to share the blockchain can also be used in smart grids to facilitate energy sharing, a concept which is trending these days. Smart city management, smart healthcare, smart citizen services, smart communication, and smart governance. All these define a smart cities. Also, I would like to share you some of the few important points that we are just starting to witness and understand the many uses and impacts of information in urban spaces, as well as the participation and empowerment of all citizens. Local and regional government are critical in harnessing the latent potential of digital technologies and providing equal opportunities for everyone. This role is likely to increase in importance and scope in the near future, requiring greater democratic structure, technical capacities, and social strategic vision. So some of the recommendations that I want to share at last to move toward the vision is incorporate and use data for internal operations, efficiency, and government responsiveness and transparency. Partner with universities, businesses, and NGOs whenever and wherever possible. Make data an instrument for better collaborative policy. Data that is close to human experience can lead to more meaningful and diverse and helpful planning and policy. Create data as a public good. Government can promote information and public goods that support communities of innovators who can create economic value and human development. Cities may consider a utility model for data and information where all citizens have access to information that is enabling of their local experience and opportunities. Close the gender digital divide by providing equal education opportunities for women and girls in technology, making digital environment safer and empowering women and girls in the creation of new solutions, data, products, and information. Gather data in aggregated ways, such as through secure channels and encryption. Continuously assess the status of these protections. In the vision for the digitalization of city spaces and communities, data and technology are supportive of a broad transformative strategy that promotes the universal right to city of diverse people and organizations, and empowers collective work and towards people-centric planning and development aligned with local and international sustainable development goals. So at last, to conclude, I would like to share that digitalization is very much like having a very much role in the development of a city. And I hope the pandemic would be over and we all would meet in November first week to attend the main BRICS forum in St. Petersburg. Thank you very much. Спасибо большое. Thank you.
Спасибо большое, Ришаб. Мы тоже очень надеемся на то, что в ноябре увидимся в Санкт-Петербурге на нашем Международном муниципальном форуме стран БРИКС.
Thank you very much, Rishab, and we also hope that we will be able to meet in November in St. Petersburg in our main IM forum.
А сейчас мы переходим ко второй части нашей конференции, которая называется «Международное, межрегиональное и межмуниципальное взаимодействие. как кооперация на локальном уровне влияет на социально-экономическое развитие территорий.
And now we are moving to the second part of our conference, which is called the International, Inter-Regional and Inter-Municipal Interaction, the way cooperation on the local level influences social and economic development of areas.
И здесь, в первую очередь, мне хотелось бы пригласить для доклада нашего тоже очень хорошего знакомого и друга, надеемся, нашего форума, Александра Балабанова, начальника отдела по связям с международными организациями комитета по внешним связям Санкт-Петербурга.
And now I would like to give the floor to our mate of our forum and to our friend, I hope. It is Alexander Balabanov, who is the head of the department that deals with the interaction with international organizations of the Committee for Foreign Relations of St. Petersburg.
Расскажет нам о целях и результатах развития внешних связей Санкт-Петербурга, задачах и возможностях Союза Балтийских городов.
And he's going to tell us about the goals and the results and the outcomes of the development of foreign relations of St. Petersburg, as well as about the tasks and capabilities of the Baltic City Union.
Пожалуйста, Александр Александрович.
Please, the floor is yours.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, dear colleagues. I'm very glad to welcome everyone. At the beginning of my speech, I would like to thank the organizers of this meeting for the opportunity at this time to discuss topical issues and make a kind of presentation of St. Petersburg external relations. St. Petersburg has long earned a reputation as a center for international Congress activities. This was achieved by combining several factors at once. Convenient location at the intersection of a number of regions, the presence of a large number of hotels and conference centers, as well as the rich cultural life of our city. The government of St. Petersburg pays a great attention to development of international and external relations with other regions of Russia and with other countries and partners all over the world. St. Petersburg is one of the leaders in number of 20 and cooperation agreements signed with foreign partners around the world. Over the past decades, relations have been established with cities and regions and every part of the world and in many countries. Nevertheless, at present, the main task is no longer to establish new ties, but to maintain and develop existing ones. Documenting the cooperation is extremely important. All over the world, they attach great importance. Nevertheless, without real steps forward, they remain important, but only declarations. This is why annually, in the development of this agreement, as well as using documents based on them, as well as various roadmaps, meetings of working groups are held, plans for preparations are being developed, including the involvement of state and private enterprises. They are no less inclined to build mutual beneficial relations with contractors abroad. Contracts are signed, our manufacturers enter foreign markets, and important investments for St. Petersburg are made. The development of relationships at the city and municipal level has long been practiced in St. Petersburg. Our city is one of a number of regional associations that have been proven themselves from the best side. Last year, developing the practice of participation in international forums and conferences on the basis of the established tradition of mutual beneficial cooperation in regional organizations, primarily in the format of the Union of the Baltic Cities, which was separately pointed out by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Russia, Sergei Lavrov, in his speech at the 33rd meeting of the Council of Heads of Subjects of the Russian Federation. It was decided to hold in 2021 in St. Petersburg the General Conference of the Union of the Baltic Cities, which also considers the development of ties at the level of cities and municipalities as its base. The priority area of cooperation with the Baltic cities, with the Union of the Baltic Cities, is to extend interaction with specialized commissions within the organization, which unite the cities of the entire region of the Baltic Sea. Among other things, this allows us to receive information about initiated projects to which Russian partners can join, as well as to spread information about Russian projects in order to participate in the work. I'm sorry, my camera is off. Sorry. In addition, participation in work of the Union of the Baltic Cities and its commissions and cooperation with them allows companies and non-profit organizations not to expand the focus of problems and not to limit their cooperation within environmental interaction, but to use other areas of interaction with all the cities of the region. And the cooperation with the Union of Baltic Cities is not the only area of municipal and inter-regional and international relations of St. Petersburg, but within the capabilities of our department, we try to extend the development of the interaction with organizations. So I think that in other meetings, my colleagues from other departments will be able to tell more about interaction with separate countries or separate cities. But I think that such organization as Union of the Baltic Cities or BRICS, which can join municipalities and cities all over the world, are one of the best ways to interact in nowadays. Thank you.
Спасибо большое, Александр Александрович. К сожалению, не удалось вас увидеть, но мы узнали многое о Союзе Балтийских городов и о той важной работе, которая происходит в Комитете по внешним связям Санкт-Петербурга. Также надеемся в ноябре увидеться с вами на нашем форуме.
And thank you very much, Mr. Alexander Balabanov. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to see you, but still we learned a lot about your work and about the work the Committee for Foreign Affairs of St. Petersburg does. And we hope to meet with you in November in our forum.
А сейчас мне хотелось бы предоставить слово еще одному нашему очень хорошему другу и знакомому, Карлосу Альберто Крузу Фильо. Это президент Ассоциации муниципалитетов штатов Сан-Паулу.
And now I would like to give the floor to another our good friend and mate, who is Carlos Alberto Cruz Filho, the president of the Association of Municipalities of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Так, что-то у нас господин Карлос.
Всем привет.
Приветствую, Энрике.
Okay. Let's make Mr. Cruz appear.
We can't hear Mr. Carlos Cruz still.
I think you should send him another invitation to join the leaderboard.
But I did it.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no picture.
Wait a bit.
Maybe you can write him down that he need to.
I'm on it.
Think about our invitation. Sorry about this small technical problems.
Ok. Ok?
Sim, estamos te vendo, presidente.
Ok. Cumprimento a todos. Bom dia aqui no Brasil, boa tarde aí na Europa, na Rússia, na Índia, na China. Mas eu quero, em primeiro lugar, parabenizar os organizadores dessa reunião pela relevância e pela importância, principalmente aqui para nós no Brasil.
So thank you very much for this invitation. I would like to say hello to everyone. It's good morning from Brazil, good afternoon in Europe, in Russia. And first of all, I would like to congratulate all the organizers for the relevance of this conference for us here in Brazil.
Quero mandar um abraço afetuoso aos participantes aí lá de São Petersburgo. Eu que estive na reunião, na primeira reunião, no primeiro congresso do IMBRICS em setembro passado, e sou testemunha da generosidade do povo russo em nos receber e criar um ambiente dos mais simpáticos e agradáveis quando nós participamos daquele evento.
I would like to greet and salute everyone who's involved in the organization of the IMBRICS Forum. I was there in the last year in St. Petersburg, and I am and I could see how the Russian people, how the Russian organizers could create a nice and soft environment in order to receive all of us and to create a great opportunity to dialogue with everyone.
Agora, no final do mês de julho, do mês de junho, começo do mês de julho, eu também estive em Moscou como observador internacional do processo eleitoral que houve na Rússia, das emendas constitucionais, do plebiscito que houve, e não só reafirma essa impressão de generosidade e receptividade do povo russo, como também pude perceber o avançadíssimo estado tecnológico da Rússia e de todo o processo aperfeiçoado do eleitoral que permitiu que o cidadão, mesmo durante a pandemia, tivesse toda a segurança médica, de sanitária, de atendimento às pessoas idosas na busca do voto residencial, no voto à distância, enfim, todo um processo eleitoral moderno que nós, inclusive, estamos divulgando muito aqui no Brasil, porque vamos passar por um processo eleitoral agora em novembro e temos muito receio do que pode acontecer num processo de um dia só, onde 140 milhões de pessoas vão às urnas e há um risco sanitário disso tudo, e nós estamos dando o exemplo da Rússia para se tomar os cuidados necessários para que não aconteça o pior.
And I also had the opportunity to be in Russia in June during the referendum process as an international expert, an international observer, and I had the opportunity to see how developed was the technologies to deal with this new scenario where people have to go to the ballots, but we have these sanitary precautions to take. So we are using the Russian example here in Brazil because we are having elections in November, and we are very concerned about how Brazilian people can be affected in this electoral process in the middle of this pandemic, because in Brazil we are holding it only in one day, on the contrary on the Russian system, and here in Brazil we will have more than 140 million people going to the ballot. So we are using the Russian example. We are spreading how it was here in Brazil in order to make the Brazilian electoral authorities to take the measures to keep Brazilian voters safe.
Para ser mais direto agora, na mensagem que nós gostaríamos de deixar nessa nossa videoconferência, eu quero dizer que da importância de todas as manifestações anteriores, das autoridades russas que falaram sobre esse processo de IoT, de Internet of Things, de cidades inteligentes, Smart City, fala da China, fala da Índia, que nos remete a um processo importante. O processo eleitoral no Brasil será a renovação dos municípios. A eleição é municipal, nós vamos eleger os novos prefeitos, os novos e os parlamentos municipais, e gera todo um campo de negócios, abre uma janela de oportunidades nessa área de tecnologia, porque se há uma coisa que nós estamos precisando aprimorar e praticamente entrar no século XXI, é nessa área de tecnologia da informação e principalmente de Smart Cities e Internet of Things, a IoT.
So for us, it was very interesting to hear from the Russian authorities, to hear from the Chinese partners, and also from the Indian partner, which were talking about the IoT and all the Internet of Things systems, and also all the smart cities concept. Because this year we are facing the municipal elections here in Brazil, so we are renewing our mayors, we are renewing our municipal politics, and if there's one thing that we need to develop here in Brazil is this smart cities concept, because this we are missing here. We need to push the Brazilian cities within the 21st century, and this conference is very important because we can present new opportunities to the new cities, to the new city halls, to the new mayors, which will be elected in November here in our country.
Dito isso, eu quero reafirmar o nosso mais vivo interesse de formarmos uma comitiva sólida, uma comitiva robusta para o evento de novembro em São Petersburgo, levar aqui do Brasil. Na verdade, os prefeitos estarão nos municípios em pleno processo eleitoral. A data da eleição é 15 de novembro, 7 dias depois do evento de São Petersburgo, 10 dias depois. Vale dizer que a classe política, talvez, não possa participar neste ano do evento de São Petersburgo, mas nós vamos levar uma comitiva de empresários, de gestores municipais, porque este tema é muito importante para nós e tenho certeza que vai abrir uma janela de oportunidades, uma janela de negócios para nós assimilarmos essas tecnologias novas e também abrir eu repito, um ambiente muito favorável de negociações e de troca de informações, troca de experiências e aquisição dessas plataformas.
Saying that, we would like to reaffirm our strong desire to create a strong delegation, a strong Brazilian delegation to take part in the forum in November. But I need to underline that our political class will be in the middle of election, actually 10 days from the voting day. So maybe for us, we will not be able, will not be possible to bring mayors and these main political leaders, but we are working in a delegation, a huge delegation, a strong delegation from public managers, from entrepreneurs, and from representatives of regional organizations here in our country, because for us, we have huge interest to deal in these smart city concepts and to bring these technologies to our country.
Muito obrigado a todos, foi prazer muito grande, reafirmo, participar deste evento e espero encontrar todos em novembro em São Petersburgo. Forte abraço.
Thank you very much, everyone. It was a huge pleasure to take part in this conference, and I hope to see you all in November in St. Petersburg in the IMBRICS forum. Thank you very much.
Спасибо большое, мистер Круз и Энрике. Спасибо большое за перевод. И мы, естественно, тоже ждем вас в ноябре. Желаем вам всяческой удачи на предстоящих выборах, о которых мы сегодня узнали. Чтобы все достойные кандидаты обязательно победили, и уже в качестве мэров городов мы смогли бы их увидеть на нашем форуме. Спасибо большое. Так, с переводом что-то у нас не очень.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cruz. Thank you very much, Mr. Enrique. Thank you for translation. And we are also waiting for you in our forum. And we would like to wish you good luck in your election. So we would like to wish you good luck with all the good candidates to win. And later we would be also able to welcome them in our forum.
А сейчас мне хотелось бы предоставить слово еще одному представителю индийской стороны. Это мистер Сукрит Шаран, член правления российско-индийского совместного предприятия IIAT GSC.
And now I would like to give the floor to one more representative of India, and it is Surkit Sharan, the board member of the Russian-Indian joint venture IIAT GSC.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for inviting. We mentioned today about interregional collaboration and how it can help support collaborative ventures. I'd like to focus on a specific example of interregional collaboration and, more importantly, BRICS collaboration, under which we could come up with some very successful results jointly. Please. Under this venture, we created the first in the world hybrid capable of traveling across all terrains, be it on snow, water, ice, sand, quicksand, any sort of thing. And we were also adjudged as the fastest transportation in the world. And this is one project where startup companies from India, startup companies from Russia, we all collaborated hands together. And we could come up with a world-class project where we could even beat Canada, both technically and commercially. And this came also by the fact that we had sales not just in Russia and India and the various BRICS regions, and various other export nations, including Dubai, our board. So the initiative that we want to propose and support out here is that the moment we have more collaborative activities, BRICS has an excellent please. Could you change the slide next, please? Yes. So we have these different versions that we created in our joint India-Russia and the inflatable version that we had, different applications from transportation to municipal corporations where we supplied the for municipalities. It was very good as a means for disaster management. And urban development, where we could use it both quite successfully and in various nations. Next slide, please. Just a bit of an advantage on hybrid. Our vehicle, what we did under Russian-Indian collaboration, it uses not only petrol, but also electricity as source of fuel. So we all have heard of Tesla cars in the US. What we could create is the first Tesla aeroboat its kind in the world, where we can run both on and we can all equally good on pure electricity-based transportation and using our vehicles with a whole series of advantages. Next slide, please. Could you change the next one, please? Yes, so the vehicle that we created, just a basic specs on how it has been operating. So we use aircraft propellers, a car engine, and a marine body. So we have 3 different industry verticals integrated to come up with this vehicle. We had the Russian side coming up with the marine body design with institutions from Moscow and St. Petersburg, which participated in this project. And our Indian side closely participated for embedded controls, software programming. So what we could do is that we could take the strengths and the advantages of startup companies and the ecosystems from different countries and combine it together to come up with a world-class product, which is now, because of this collaborative effort, it's technically and commercially one of the finest globally that we can be proud of. Next slide, please. With a very short development in a matter of just a couple of years, we've got more than hundreds of inflatable boats already deployed very successfully and dozens of aluminum versions. So from prototype to a product stage, we have gone very fast in this BRICS based collaboration that we did. So right from conceptualization to a serially manufactured product, and something that it's a ready example of how collaborative efforts can give fine results. Next slide, please. The vehicle that we created, it's completely all-terrain, like we mentioned. In Russia, we are using Siberia on snow during winter. We are using in summers when our are frozen, and in Dubai, it's being used on. And because of this current coronavirus, in different difficult reach terrains both in India and other parts of the world. We've also a mobile unit as a city-based urban water clinic wherein patients can be treated, they can be isolated using these floatable aeroboats that are available. Next slide, please. So the idea that we are concepting and proposing out here is that we focus on research and development, something where we feel that there is potential between both the countries. It's lacking right now. It's because of the lack of awareness that is there. And the more that we are portray the of both the sides with the ecosystems existing in the different countries, we can rightly promote the collaborative effort. And within this, Kolkova is instrumental in supporting our innovation structure and the that we are doing. We are now creating something called COIN, Collaborative Innovation Network, by connecting technoparks and startups Mumbai, Kerala, and on one side, and the cluster in Moscow. on the other sides, which we are looking at then diversifying it to various other regions in this activity. And what we realized in this COVID scenario for distant, say in Russia, удалённая работа. And this has also created and given us an excellent advantage, wherein we have been able to open up branches in Russia, India, and our employees and our people are working quite seamlessly in a border inter-regional work. And because of COVID, this methodology that has been created of distant working, it has been a joint conceptualization work, joint engineering efforts that are going on, and we are actually using it in our own project currently. And this water ambulance as an anti-COVID initiative that we have now, it's been very well recognized, and it's been helping various saving lives measures in different regions of the globe. So the point that we want to make is that yes, inter-regional collaboration on one side is helpful. On the other side, the startups which exist in these municipal regions to jointly collaborate together, this is something which requires the right platform. And I'm sure the forum which is likely to happen in November in St. Petersburg, it will help create this platform, this awareness for both a more prospective activity in this matter. Thank you so much for inviting.
Извините. Спасибо большое за очень интересный доклад. Мы узнали многое о совместных проектах России и Индии и вообще, по-моему, все на свете, что касается лодок и их производства.
Thank you very much for your very interesting report. We learned a lot about the Russian-Indian projects, as well as everything that was possible to learn about boats and their manufacturing.
А сейчас мне хотелось бы предоставить слово Юрию Уткину, председателю Пермской городской думы.
And now I would like to give the floor to Yuri Utkin, the chair of the Permian State City Duma.
Пожалуйста, вам слово.
Please, the floor is yours.
Юрий Аркадьевич, примите, пожалуйста, приглашение для того, чтобы зайти на трибуну.
Yuri, please take the floor.
Так, какие-то технические у нас опять сложности.
Seems that there are some technical issues.
Таким образом, мы, наверное, попробуем с Юрием Аркадьевичем еще раз соединиться.
Добрый день, уважаемые коллеги.
Отлично. Здравствуйте.
Да, добрый день, уважаемые коллеги. Для кого-то добрый день, для кого-то это доброе утро, для кого-то это уже практически добрый вечер. Искренне рад всех приветствовать на нашем мероприятии. И вдвойне буду рад, когда мы все вместе увидимся традиционно в Санкт-Петербурге в начале ноября этого года, уже на втором, но очень надеюсь, будущем традиционном муниципальном форуме городов стран БРИКС. Я бы хотел несколько слов рассказать о нашем опыте взаимоотношений, прежде всего, между городами, с кем у нас выстроены уже практически более 15 лет взаимоотношения, побратимские отношения, на примере города Пермь и города Циндао Китайской Народной Республики.
Юрий Аркадьевич, а можно вас перевести? Нам нужна пауза для перевода.
Пожалуйста.
So good afternoon, dear colleagues. It is good morning for some of you. It is good evening for the rest of you. And I'm very happy to welcome all of you here within the framework of this event. And I also hope that eventually we will be able to meet with all of you in St. Petersburg in November this year, within the framework of the second International Municipal Forum of the BRICS. And I hope that this is going to become the traditional municipal forum. And I would like today to share our experience of building up relations with other cities and towns, as well as the twin city relations. And I'm going to use Perm and Tsingtao as the example.
Но прежде чем перейти к нашей городской повестке, я все-таки несколько слов должен сказать о наших взаимоотношениях Пермского края как субъекта с регионами Китайской Народной Республики. У нас есть побратимские взаимоотношения с провинцией Хэлюнцзян, городом Харбин, уже более 10 лет. И совсем недавно, около 7 лет тому назад, в рамках проекта «Волга-Янцзы» выстроились продуктивные взаимоотношения представителей и бизнеса, и в сфере гуманитарного сотрудничества между Пермским краем и провинцией Цзянси.
And I would also like to state the following thing before I start with the city agenda. I would like to mention the relations of the Permian region to different regions of China, and I need to point out that we have the twin city relations between Halinshan and Harbin, the city of Harbin, and we have been having them for more than 10 years. And also I would like to mention our relations and our humanitarian business cooperation with the Cyansi.
С провинцией Цзянси налаживаются взаимоотношения интенсивные и не только как с Пермским краем, но и с краевой столицей, городом Пермь. И вы знаете, есть такая традиция между двумя нашими государствами, двумя нашими городами, и провинцией, и города, и Пермским краем. И вот буквально в 2018 году было принято решение в знак установления отношений в гуманитарной сфере, экономической сфере, инвестиционной сфере. И в дар провинции Цзянси, руководство провинции, нашей одной из гимназий, которая традиционно специализируется на восточном направлении, мы получили в дар пионовую беседку, и это является очень добрым знаком.
And I would like to point out that speaking about our relations with Cyansi, they are marked not only with the regional relations, but also with the relation to our main city, to Perm. And we should mention that we have some traditional relations between the states and between the cities. And thus to show this and to point out this, in 2018, the decision was made that to commemorate building up of various humanitarian and economical investment relations, our gymnasium got as a present the chatting house, which was the very good sign of the good friendship.
То, что касается взаимоотношений наших двух городов, как я уже сказал, городом Пермь и Циндао, то история их берет начало в далеком 2003 году, когда делегация города Циндао впервые побывала у нас в Перми и был подписан протокол о намерениях.
And speaking about the relations between two cities, Tsingtao and Perm, such relations started in 2003 when the delegation from Tsingtao arrived to Perm for the first time and the memorandum of intention was signed.
В 2008 году было подписано соглашение об установлении партнерских отношений, а в 2013 году было подписано соглашение о сотрудничестве между департаментами образования города Перми и города Циндао.
In 2008, the agreement on partnership relations was signed, and in 2013, the agreement on cooperation between educational departments of Perm and Tsingtao was signed.
Примером эффективности наших взаимоотношений, которые видны не только на субъектовом уровне между двумя нашими Пермским краем и соответствующим субъектом, где расположен город Циндао, но и на уровне первых лиц руководства наших двух стран. И буквально несколько лет тому назад в рамках визита нашего президента Владимира Владимировича Путина в КНР, более того, в город именно Циндао, то мы продемонстрировали с нашими китайскими школьниками, друзьями, как нужно правильно, а самое главное, эффективно развивать отношения путем телемоста, на котором присутствовали лидеры наших двух стран.
And we have other examples of the efficiency of such type of cooperation. And this is the cooperation not only on the regional level, and not only the regional cooperation, meaning our regions and Chinese regions, but we also have the efficient cooperation of our top officials of our countries. So when several years ago Mr. Putin visited the People's Republic of China, in particular Tsingtao, we showed together with Chinese school children the way we can efficiently cooperate, and we organized the teleconference.
По решению штаб-квартиры институтов Конфуция Ханьбань в 2014 году открыт класс Конфуция на базе нашей гимназии города Перми номер 2, а в 2018 году класс Конфуция нашей гимназии признан образцовым классом Конфуция в мире.
And based on the decision of the headquarters in 2014, the Confucius class was created in our gymnasium number 2, and a bit later it was acknowledged as the best one in the world.
Но сотрудничество между двумя нашими городами не только ли ограничивается между двумя гимназиями, но и наш Пермский государственный национальный исследовательский университет и Пермский национальный исследовательский политехнический университет имеют также соглашение с вузами города Циндао, и в данном случае с Китайским нефтяным университетом. Ежегодно для российских студентов организуются летние языковые лагеря, а также для китайских студентов у нас в Перми также организуются мероприятия.
And when we are talking about the cooperation between two cities, it is not just the cooperation of two gymnasiums or two schools. We also need to mention that our Permian National Research University, as well as our Perm Polytechnical Research University, also tightly cooperate with universities of China. Thus, we tightly cooperate with China Oil University. And thus, we annually organize the summer language camps in China for our students, and we also organize various events for Chinese students in Russia.
История наших взаимоотношений берет начало, как я уже сказал, в прошлом, но и если заглянуть еще глубже, то в 1950-е годы, в период советско-китайской дружбы, более 600 уроженцев провинции Шаньдун, где расположен город Циндао, прошли обучение на предприятиях нашей Молотовской области, так назывался Пермский край.
And speaking about the history of our relations, it starts in the past, but we also need to mention that even in 1950s, within the framework of the Soviet-China relations, 60 residents from Shandun were trained in one of the enterprises in our Molotov region. That was the name of Perm region that time.
Более того, представители Китайской Народной Республики достаточно активно были интегрированы в нашу жизнь города Перми, Пермского края. Они работали на стройках, строили объекты промышленного и гражданского строительства, жилье, и были полноценными нашими, как мы их называем, китайскими пермяками.
And moreover, we need to mention that the representatives of China and residents of China also were integrated in our life. They worked in different construction sites, they built a lot of industrial facilities and residential housings, and they were the so-called Chinese permanent residents.
Кроме соглашения, в 2013 году в рамках десятилетия партнерских отношений между Пермью и Циндао было создано общество дружбы Пермь-Циндао, целью которого является укрепление дружеских и партнерских отношений, а также содействие в реализации проектов делового, культурного и образовательного взаимодействия между двумя нашими городами.
And alongside with the agreement that was signed in 2013, also the PERM and CINDA has established the so-called Society of Friendship, and that was intended at strengthening our relations in terms of business, cultural, and educational development.
Кроме обменом делегаций, мы несколько проектов совместных реализуем как в Перми, так и в Циндао, и один из них Пермь-Циндао «Братья навек». Пермь «Помним великую дружбу», а в рамках проекта «Город – это мы» этот проект был проектом-победителем, а также проводим традиционный форум, общественный форум «Пермь-Восток», где несколько раз мы ее посвящали взаимоотношениям с Китайской Народной Республикой и с городом нашим побратимом.
And alongside with the delegations, so we also carry out and implement various joint projects like PERM and CINDAO are brothers forever, like we remember the great friendship, as well as the project City is a lot. And also we held the following forum, which is called PERM the East, and several forums were devoted to our relations with our twin city.
Нельзя не сказать о сегодняшних проектах и, конечно, безусловно, той ситуации, в которой находятся очень многие города в различных странах, ситуация связана с пандемией коронавируса. И здесь мы, как говорят, друг другу помогли. Сначала мы собрали силами учащихся гимназии номер 2 груз с медицинскими масками и отправили в Китайскую Народную Республику к нашим друзьям. Ну а совсем недавно мы получили 20 тысяч медицинских масок уже от них в Пермь, когда у них пандемия уже прошла.
And I also need to mention today's project, and of course I need to mention the situation that was created by COVID-19 pandemics. And within this situation we helped each other a lot. First, we with our school children collected various masks, medical masks, and sent them to the People's Republic of China. And quite recently we received 20,000 of masks in Perm after the pandemic was over in China.
Мы убеждены, что активные взаимоотношения, продуктивные взаимоотношения в гуманитарной сфере, межкультурных отношений точно должны перерасти в отношения инвестиционные, деловые, ну и экономические. И я думаю, что для этого все предпосылки есть. На примере наших отношений двух стран, двух субъектов, на мой взгляд, мы делаем правильный задел и показываем пример для взаимоотношений с нашими коллегами из стран, из городов, стран БРИКС, и мы всегда открыты к таким дружеским связям.
And we are sure that such active cooperation in humanitarian and cultural spheres help us to build up some good relations in terms of investment, business activity, and economics. And our incentives can become some good example regarding the way of interacting to our colleagues from BRICS countries and BRICS cities.
Ну и основной вывод, который лично я сделал как участник первого муниципального форума в прошлом году, безусловно, где бы ни находились города, в каких бы странах они ни находились, муниципальная власть, она самая близкая власть к народу. И у нас огромное количество общих проблем. И мы можем их решить эффективно во благо жителей наших городов, сесть за стол переговоров и обменяться продуктивным, позитивным опытом в этой сфере.
And the main conclusion that I made within the framework of the first municipal forum last year is that municipalities and municipal authority is one that is closer and most close to people. And irrespective of the country or the city where you are based or located, you still face the same problems. And the most efficient way to resolve them is just to negotiate and to talk to each other and share some good and productive, efficient and positive ways of resolving these issues.
Огромное спасибо за внимание, и презентационный материал, которым я воспользовался сегодня, когда мы с вами были на связи, выслан организаторам, и я думаю, что они разошлют всем заинтересованным лицам. Ну и пожелать еще раз всем здоровья и до встречи в Санкт-Петербурге 5-6 ноября.
And thank you for your attention. And I need to mention that I've sent all my presentations to the organizers. And now I would like to wish you good health and hope to meet you on the 5th and the 6th of November in St. Petersburg.
Большое спасибо организаторам. Всего доброго.
I would like to thank the organizers. A good time.
Спасибо большое, Юрий Аркадьевич. Было очень интересно узнать о ваших взаимоотношениях с вашими китайскими партнерами. Несмотря на такие далекие расстояния, вы абсолютно правы. Есть вещи, которые нас сближают, объединяют. И, конечно же, это в первую очередь наше межмуниципальное взаимодействие на уровне власти, которое ближе всего к народу. Поэтому мы вас, конечно, тоже ждем в ноябре на нашем форуме.
Thank you very much for your very interesting report, and it was also very interesting to learn about your your relations with your Chinese partners. And you are absolutely right that irrespective of such large distances, our intermunicipal cooperation brings us more closer together, and we would be happy to welcome you in November in our forum.
Еще раз спасибо большое. Я сейчас обращаюсь к нашим коллегам из ЮАР. Хотелось бы понять, есть здесь мистер Аму Машели или нет. Если есть, можно написать мне в личные сообщения.
Now I would like to address our colleagues from the South Africa. Is he here, Mr. Amu Masheli? If he is here, then please text me.
А если, пока мы ищем нашего докладчика, мне хотелось бы попросить вас всех, если можно, кого я сейчас приглашу на трибуну, подтвердить это и включить видеокамеры для того, чтобы мы смогли сделать такую общую фотографию, посвященную сегодняшнему событию, чтобы осталось оно у нас в памяти, когда мы все вместе смогли бы быть участники, я имею в виду, на одном экране. Поэтому, если вас сейчас я приглашу, да, вы не отказывайтесь, если можно. Спасибо.
And while we are looking for Mr. Amu Masheli, I would like to ask all the rest participants regarding the following thing. When I invite you to take the floor now, please do not deny this. Please put on your video just to confirm the video, because we would like to make the joint picture where all of you are here in one screen.
Да, и большая просьба нашего модератора всех вывести на одну картинку для того, чтобы мы могли сделать общую фотографию.
And I would like our moderator to show us at the same screen to make the joint picture.
Так, вот я смотрю, многие подключаются. Сейчас мы еще кого-нибудь пригласим. Ну вот не все у нас видео. Давайте вот так вот попробуем. Сделать общую фотографию. Так. Улыбаемся и машем, как говорится. Спасибо. Всем спасибо большое. Так, уважаемые коллеги, но я смотрю, что не откликнулся у нас никто. Поэтому на этом, я думаю, что мы нашу сегодняшнюю конференцию будем завершать. Всем большое, очень большое спасибо. Всем организаторам, соорганизаторам, докладчикам и всем участникам. Я думаю, что было очень продуктивно и интересно. Dear colleagues, I want to thank you very much for all of our participants, speakers, and organizing committee and so-organizers. Thank you very much for everybody. And I think that we will see each other very soon. Thanks a lot once more and goodbye.
Thank you very much, Mr. Svardlov, and thank you very much for your team for organizing such a great conference. Hope to see you soon.
See you soon. Bye bye everybody.
Take care. Пока. До свидания. Bye.
До свидания.